My father-in-law, Norman Bleischer, exhaled his last breath at midnight, Tuesday, April 14th, 2009. 10 family members formed a circle of love with him in the darkened room at Presbyterian Hospital in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was a peaceful ending to a chaotic 7-week medical journey that started with a broken hip and ended after his third ER admission on palliative care. A nurse approached Myra, Norm's just widowed wife of nearly 6 decades. "Would you like to donate the organs?" "He was 82 years old. Who would want them?" That was a no. We were lucky. We had Norm's advanced medical directives, his written wishes, to guide us during those last confusing weeks. Norm didn't want heroic measures taken to extend his life or his death. These days, heart attack, stroke, cancer, they're no longer death sentences, at least not immediately. Despite great advances in medical care, humans do still have a 100% mortality rate. Yet less than a third of us do any end-of-life planning. Wills or trusts, advanced medical directives, and pre-need funeral planning. That leaves 70% unprepared and devastated, not if, but when there's a death in the family. So why are these planning rates so low? We're terrified of death. We're afraid of change and the unknown. The tarot card for death actually represents change, transition, transformation. Now, change can be viewed as positive or negative. And as long as we live, change, like death and taxes, is inevitable. We're afraid of pain and disability before death. Woody Allen said, "Death doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't want to be there when it happens." And we're afraid of loss and of being forgotten. Americans were really great at acquiring. We're not very good at letting go. So how can we release our fears and live more fully? Let's take death out of the closet and talk. The funny thing about death, most people don't find anything funny about it. As a death educator, I use humor and funny films to help teach about serious subjects. You laugh, you relax, you learn. The comedy Undertaking Betty features progressive funeral director Frank Featherbed, played by Christopher Walken. He has a big idea for encouraging pre-need funeral planning.
We have to sell them the concept, that's all. We could do casket of the month.
Casket of the month?
Yes, like flavor of the month. And discounts. People love discounts and coupons. We could do a first funeral, full price, and the second half off. Say the husband drops dead first. The wife comes in with the coupon, pays in advance for her funeral as well, and gets it half off. Is that great or what?
Is that great or what? Now, we may laugh at Frank Featherbed's approach, but it's part of an idea, a vision I have for a good cause, the Good Goodbye Foundation. In the United States, the unclaimed cremated remains of hundreds of thousands of indigent individuals languish in obscurity. These people and their families, if they had families, didn't have the funds for a funeral. Or maybe they just didn't plan to die. Their remains are squirreled away in closets and cabinets of state and municipal governments, and in the back rooms of funeral homes, stacked up on shelves in every state. The Good Goodbye Foundation would give these people a permanent resting place with a memorial marker that says these people lived, these people died, these people mattered. Like every single one of you matter. And for the living, the Good Goodbye Foundation will support those individuals who prepare their advanced medical directives and shop pre-need at several funeral providers. It's a fascinating shopping trip, best done while you can still think clearly and laugh. Shop before you drop. Dead. Of course, you can pre-plan and not pay any money at the time. When my father-in-law Norm died, the next day we were exhausted. But because we had pre-planned 3 years earlier, our trip to the funeral home was easy and quick. We tweaked a few elements we had already set up, and we were done in an hour. Myra put it all on her credit card. Think of the points, the miles. Afterwards, she smiled. I didn't like it when you were pre-planning, but now, when we needed it, I'm glad it was done. Would you put your kids in charge of planning your vacation? Of course you wouldn't! So why make your family scramble to pull together the details of your final journey? Would your loved ones know the answer when the nurse asks, would you like to donate the organs? Or when the funeral director asks, where was she born? Or what was his mother's maiden name? They will ask these questions. Let's take that 30-70 planning ratio and switch it up to 70-30 or better. Prepare a will or trust, write your medical wishes, make your funeral plans, talk to the people you love. You can reduce stress, minimize family conflict, save money, and create a meaningful, memorable good goodbye. You know, talking about sex won't make you pregnant, and talking about funerals won't make you dead.